Hi guys, so today I want to show you, we're going to do some foiling on the background, and I want to show you a little tip that I just figured out. So if you don't have foil adhesive, or you don't want to use gel to for the inhibition layer, the sticky layer, then you can use this. And I got this at Dollar Tree, and it's base coat top coat, LA's base coat top coat, and I've used it for another technique, but I'm finding it works pretty good for this. If you don't have one of those other things, then you just put it across, just brush it down like you would any polish. Now I put some on here, and hopefully I didn't let it get too dry. Let's try it. So this foil I just got from Michael's craft place. So you just press it on like that. Now if you let it get too dry, you don't want it to get dry all the way, because then it won't stick. Then the foil's not going to stick to it. So, and you don't want it too wet, because then it'll just smush on it. You don't want that. So it's got to be somewhere in between, and you'll get used to, if you use it, you'll get used to how it's supposed to feel. You touch it and it's just a little tacky feeling. And so this would probably be easier if it was actually on your finger, so that you could press on it a little bit easier, but that's okay. And so foiling, when you do it like this, it makes it's pretty by itself, or it makes a great background. And so it's sort of random. You could add more colors on here if you wanted to. Let's see, I don't know if I can get any more off, but we could try. Let's see, I have another one over here. Let me see if I can get any more off. Now, you might be able to, oh, there's some coming off. Okay, good. So, now your fingernail's not going to be this long, so you're not going to need, most likely, you're not going to need as much as this one's going to, if you want it completely covered, or if you don't. If you're going to stamp over it, then it's just sometimes pretty just like this, sort of abstract, and, just in different places, whatever kind of colors that you want to do. And then I have one over here that I already did some on, and let me see if I can get some more on here, because it might be a little tacky still on here. So I think I'm going to see if I can add some more. There we go. Now this foil that I got from Michael's, I don't have any problem with. I don't have to prep it or do anything to it. It just comes off no problem. And as you can see, so most of the foils that I have and have gotten, I haven't had any problem. I haven't had to do anything to them, special to them. But once in a while, you might run across, well, I guess we're going pretty much purple. Anyway, let me see. Do I still have, where's that other one I had? Oh, here it is. Let's see if I can get any other color on here. There we go. We got some pink on there. So I think it's really pretty. I love doing stamping over it too. You might not want it to be quite as covered like it is right now if you're going to stamp over it. I mean, or at least get a contrast in colors, right? But here, ooh, pretty. Let's get a little bit of that blue on there too. A little green, a little blue. Pretty. Okay, so now you want to put a top coat over it, and you don't want to use regular top coat because it's going to change the look of it completely. So you want to use preferably either a gel top coat, or you want to use, and it doesn't matter if it's matte or shiny, or you want it, but you probably want to do at least a coat of shiny gel top coat first before you put the matte on. And then, or you can use for regular polish a water-based top coat. Otherwise, I would suggest, if you don't have those, I have used Maniology. It's, that would be like my third choice. I love this top coat for stamping and everything else. And it doesn't change this as noticeably as like regular top coats. But it may a little teeny bit compared to the water-based, but still pretty. See? Yeah, it doesn't hardly change it if any, so that works pretty good too. So there's that. And I want to tell you, okay, so here's another one that I did also, and I used this And this I've had for a long time, and I couldn't get the thing to work. It's the only one I've ever gotten that I couldn't get to work. And I finally figured it out. So I have to remove the film. I use alcohol, and I just see the difference. It's for some reason this has a thicker film on it, and so it just won't work unless I take alcohol. I use a pad and alcohol, and I just rub off that, and it looks almost like a yellowy, dirty film. Anyway, and then this will work fine. So if you have some of them for whatever reason have a thicker coating on the back, and if you can't get it to, to press on your nail, the foil to come off on the dull side, if you can't get, that's the side you're supposed to use. When you press it, if you can't get it to come off, then you want to do what I just said, use some alcohol with a pad and wipe off some of that film until, get the film off until, it comes out clean, your pad or whatever. And anyway, so it's real fun and pretty. It can be pretty by itself. It can be pretty, on with a, stamping it with some, some kind of image or design or whatever. And then this one, we didn't do it as much, as you can see. And so I hope that those tips worked. So like I said, I used LA Colors base coat, top coat. That's all I used on there to be able to use the foil on there. And then, so it's just gives you another option. And then I used the Maniology, smudge-free top coat over it, and it worked pretty good too. But much better than using a regular top coat, because that definitely changes it. It almost looks like a crinkly foil or something like that. So anyway, I hope this helps. And like I said, LA Colors base coat, top coat works great for foiling and Dollar Tree. So, all right, thanks so much. Please like and subscribe and click on the bell icon so you get a notice of my next tutorial, which will be really soon. Bye, guys.